My name is Alexander and I'm responsible for business development at UMT Group. Our company is a fintech company specialized on mobile payment, loyalty and vouchering, e-couponing. And we've been listed 5 years ago in Germany. We're on etc. and on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange as well. And the company itself is specialized on mobile payment on an international basis. We're running by far the biggest platform for mobile payment in Europe, thanks to the size of the German market, where we cover 45% of the German retail market in mobile payments, loyalty and e-couponing. Well, I think mobile payment is a megatrend, a global megatrend, and I think the combination of those three things which I mentioned earlier, mobile payment itself, loyalty and couponing marketing is something where especially the big companies and the big brands are looking for. And we see quite a momentum now in the market, especially in the retail market and with the big brands. And also on an international basis. If you look at companies like Zara, for instance, they have more than 15,000 outlets all over the world, and therefore they need a global program. Payback is by far the biggest loyalty scheme in the world. They have more than 110 million customers and more than 1,000 companies. It's a multi-merchant loyalty scheme, more than 1,000 companies being part of that. And in Germany alone, 29 million so far, which is quite an amount. And you've got more than half of it using the collection of points on a daily basis. So it's second card in Germany used after the Maestro card. And we had the big opportunity to ally ourselves with them 3 years ago and to build a combination of loyalty and mobile payment. So what you can do is you use your smartphone, you go into one of those shops and you pay and collect points at the same time. You can activate vouchers at the same time, and you can use those points to purchase something in one of the other shops. So just to give you an example, if you go and drive to your petrol station, you can use the points you collect at the petrol station to go to one of the big supermarkets and buy a hairdryer with the points you collected. But you can also get your points in cash. So you go to the cash desk and let you pay out. So it's been a huge success in Germany, and we have seen that platform we created for them as an excellent blueprint for future developments and internationalization. So, as it belongs to American Express, we also believe that we will have a very nice footprint in the US in the future, I think. What's important to know is that Payback is, due to its sheer size in Germany, the number one in mobile payment together with us, covering 45% of the German retail market. So I think that's a very, very important message to bring out as well. And as we live already, and we're also going to connect one of the biggest retailer in Germany in July now, which is a company called Rewe, comparable to Tesco's in the UK, with more than 16,000 outlets and in Germany, supermarkets in Germany. I think this will even more improve attraction on the platform and bring our subscribers up massively. We just started with the 7 biggest, and they have 650 partners in Germany. So we're going to do the rollout for all of them over time. And currently, if I take those 7 into consideration, they represent roughly 19-20% of the German retail market. Prelado is more or less the extension of our current strategy from a B2B business to B2C now. Prelado is a company which we bought 3 months ago. It's an internet platform for prepaid telephone cards, so to say. So a digitalization of the classic prepaid telephone card which you can buy in supermarkets. And it's a very, very strong growing business in Europe, more than between 25 and 30% per annum. And we intend to use that platform and introduce new products that includes vouchers, gift vouchers especially, something like an Amazon voucher, for instance, And we also intend to do a cross-fertilization with the existing platform and clients, merchants we have in Germany on the retail side. So using that platform to sell their products on our platform and vice versa. And we also have the intention to become part of the payback scheme as well. The purpose is we would like to use those shares to, first of all, incentivize our key employees, including management, but also the key people on the development side, and also to have an acquisition currency, more or less, for further acquisitions down the line. That is the main intention. Here again, I must say we were the lucky ones on the back of a massive consolidation in the industry. And I think we had a very good cost control over the last 5 years. If I compare it, for instance, to Monetize, but there are many examples in Germany as well. A company, for instance, called Japital, which was funded by one of the big German industrial conglomerates. They spent more than 150 million and unfortunately failed as well in the market, although having very good relationships to various retailers. So to cut a long story short, I think cost control is something where we really learned our lessons, and where we tried to put the money into, at the right moment, into research and development, and not to overspend on that side as well, because I think that is very often what people tend to do. They create fantastic, absolutely wonderful IT or software environments and spend millions by spending for development. But at the end of the day, it's always the client who decides whether he needs it or not. So I think we learned our lessons. We definitely had some bad things in the past as well. But we now try to adapt as much as we can and follow our clients' needs. Yeah, I think as Payback is a very international company, having activities in Poland, Italy, Mexico, the US, Germany, I think we have to follow them at some stage, as they are by far our biggest and most important client at the moment, but also because we believe, as I mentioned before, that mobile payment and loyalty is a global megatrend. So our intention is to establish ourselves in the UK in the next couple of months. That includes France as well. We already got a subsidiary in Italy, Turkey, Spain, and Austria. And therefore, we want to follow our clients, especially the big brands, as I mentioned before, because these are our target clients, the Zaras of this world. And we need to be on spot when they are on spot as well.